Greetings. So today we're taking a look at the Rhodes Anthology, which is a new plugin from Rhodes Piano, and it's pretty great. As you know, I play the Rhodes. I have a Rhodes right here, my Mark I, my Stage Mark I, which I bought in 2004 from a guy who just had it in his living room. I got real lucky. I got a great price on it. For the longest time, it was very hard to find a Rhodes emulation that I could play with a keyboard. And now there's just so many of them today, and I would maybe argue that one of the better ones has been released recently, which is the Rhodes Anthology. It features 4 pianos, the Mark I, the Stage Mark I, like this one, the Mark V, the Mark VII, which is a more modern one. I think it was released in 2010, and the Rhodes Sparkletop, 1965 Sparkletop, which is a pretty iconic Rhodes piano. There's 3 things I really like about this plugin. One is it's made by Rhodes. Awesome. 2, it sounds great. And 3 is that it has a very simple interface, which is more akin to the actual piano that you might physically sit in front of. First, let's do a quick overview of the panel here. We have the piano here, we have some amplifier options here and some microphone options here. So let's say you were playing the Mark I and you wanted a suitcase. A suitcase had the built-in speaker underneath the piano itself, and they also include the Duo, which I think is a play on the Fender Reverb, Twin Reverb, which is a pretty iconic amp to put the Rhodes through. There's also 2 mic choices when using an amp. You can use a cardioid and a dynamic microphone. So let's just go back to none. This is the default Rhodes Mark I. Yeah, already, right off the bat, sounds pretty good. I haven't even adjusted anything. Everything on this interface is off right now. There's a little detail in the pedal, which I like. If you stomp on the pedal, you can hear the dampers pull off of the tines in the piano. Pretty awesome. It's a nice subtle touch. One thing I think would be cool though is if the volume of that was adjustable. So let's take a look at the interface here. We have your volume and a preamp. So if you wanted to, you can drive the sound. If I turn the volume down and push the drive way up. Get that driven sound. There's an equalizer, which is always beneficial for an instrument like this. There's a pan, which I love, that's built in. So this is pretty heavy. You can tell that the knobs have 2 sort of functions. The outer ring here controls the depth of the pan, and the inner knob controls the rate. So this is full on. So if you have headphones on, you can hear it fading back and forth. And then the rate speeds it up. I prefer to have this set pretty low in general, so you get a subtle sort of vibrato. I'm going to go down here next to the chorus. Great chorus. Obviously, phaser. Cool. Classic. Delay. We'll do a example with the delay because I did a cool thing with this delay, but delay is awesome. And of course, a built-in reverb with multiple reverb types, which is also awesome. One thing I think is very thoughtful about this interface is the velocity control over here on the right. If you're playing different MIDI keyboards, sometimes the velocity adjustment between the VST and the keyboard is off. Like I plugged in a smaller keyboard I have and I pressed the key and it was like way overboard, like it was playing too loud. So I was happy to see the velocity control right there on the front. All right, that's the interface. Let's make some music. I mean, it sounds awesome. So I tried something earlier with the Mark 7. Let's pull that one up. I was trying to think like a Portishead type vibe. Let's see if I can do this. So here's the Mark 5. Yeah. It's fun to try these with loops. So I put in a couple loops. One's from my internet friend, Johnny B. Good. He did like this high lead thing. So I figured I'd put like a Mark 7 dark sounding Rhodes with it. Yeah, cool. Here's what I was talking about with the delay earlier. So if you know me, I'm really into the music of Terry Riley, which uses a lot of tape loops. So the delay on this Rhodes Anthology is pretty awesome. Like if you crank the feedback all the way up and the time all the way up, you can get up to 4 seconds of delay. But what I like to do is I like to sync it sometimes with the time. And then set the time to like one measure, 4/4, and have the feedback pretty high. And then play along. I'm gonna set that feedback I'm gonna set the mix a little higher. You can hear that's a pretty long delay. So let's put some drums to it just for fun. Yeah, so pretty awesome. Let's try out the Sparkletop. I got some horn samples in here today. I played with a bunch of horns this past weekend. It was a New Orleans type gig and it was super awesome. So I was inspired to put some horns in there. Let's hear what it sounds like. Rhodes Anthology. I mean, it speaks for itself. Go check it out. Have fun with it. You don't have to carry around a 150-pound keyboard anymore. You could just carry your laptop. All right, see ya.